Well, this review is Dexter New Blood. I'm very surprised. I watched the whole Dexter series before. It is crazy. You know, Dexter has a son and he finds him in this place up north. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Maybe New York or Maine or somewhere like that. They have snow all the time and they're close to Indian reservation. But, Dexter's trying to live a normal life. And Deb, like the first Dexter, his dad would always talk to him. Well, this time, Deb was a sister in the original show 10 years ago. And she's like his conscious that she'll speak to him. But his son, this is a spoiler alert too. His son displays some of the same tendencies. He's wrestling with a guy, breaks his arm, and then he ends up a guy who's kind of a introvert. He ends up cutting and saying he started it and he was defending himself. So Dexter finds his knife and knows he's lying, and his son has a lot of anger, so he figures, well, maybe my son's like me. So there's another serial killer that's been killing runaways, and his justification is these runaways are going to end up real bad or get hurt by somebody. So he befriends them, gives them a good meal, and then he lets them go and he shoots them. And he's been doing this for years, and he's a serial killer. Well, Dexter finds out about it. So Dexter earlier ends up killing this guy's son. So he knows about Dexter, and it's just, so he kind of befriends Dexter's son because Dexter hadn't been truthful with his son, and he starts, the worst thing he did, he took him to baseball practice with a automatic batter, and the other guy ended up letting the balls hit Dexter's son in the side. And then he was going to do what he does to everybody else. He was going to shoot Dexter's son, and Dexter ends up almost running over him at his house and saves him. And Dexter was dating the police chief. He was trying to make everything go away, and he changed his name to Jim instead of Dexter. But they found out through his son, said it's not really his real name. So they kind of questioned him and dropped everybody's trust. Well, and then Dexter uses his past blood spatter expert skills to verify that the body was killed. But the other guy in town, he's like a local legend. Well, the guy's pretty impressive. He owns a restaurant at a truck stop, so that was a perfect location for him to pick up the runaways. And he befriends Dexter's son and hires him at the truck stop at the restaurant. But then he realizes that Dexter killed his son because he told everybody that his son was alive, but then his son had some titanium screws in his leg. So he went to check out the ashes and found the screws, and then he told the police chief, Jim Lancey is who Dexter is going by, killed my son. After Dexter done killed him, they found all the bodies that the guy had killed, all the runaways. He had them like little trophy cases, like little Barbie dolls. So he was pretty sick. He did this ritual that he does in front of his son, and thinking, okay, my son's like me, it's going to be okay. Now, the son's horrified. I said, well, okay, we're vigilantes. I get it. This guy was going to kill me, so I understand you killing him. But then the heat gets on Dexter, and they starting to pin him for the murders. And then old colleague he had back in Miami when they was looking for the other guy's son, they met him in New York, and the Behar Butcher in Miami. Well, now they think, hey, Dexter probably did this. Dexter's alive, so they're starting to close in. So Dexter has to escape. So there's a police officer, and he's also the wrestling coach at the high school, and Dexter's son really likes him. Well, Dexter had to escape, and he tried to get the keys, and the guy resisted, so he killed him. Well, that goes against the code. You're not supposed to kill anybody that's a good person. So Dexter tells him to meet him, and just so happened he gave him a gun for Christmas. So Dexter meets him out in the woods, and his son said, hey, you killed the guy, man. What's up? I'm not going with you. You should go by yourself. And then he says, if you want to shoot me, Dexter tells his son, you need to take the safety off. And his son's all emotional, and he says, points to his chest, shoot me right here. And Dexter, you can hear his voice speaking, says, this is the first time I felt real love. Somebody loves him so much they're willing to kill him to take him out of those dark tendencies. But his son was just killing him because he killed somebody innocent. So we don't know if his son's going to turn out to be a serial killer. I doubt it. But his son's pretty messed up. So he shoots Dexter at the final episode of this season, the first season of Dexter New Blood. So Dexter's dead, laying in the snow, and the police chief comes up and says, drop it. So he drops the rifle, and she hugs him and says, you need to go. But he was dating the police chief's daughter, and Dexter was dating the mother. Kind of weird. So he said, well, tell your daughter I said goodbye. She said, I can't do that because I hadn't seen you. She said, what you need to do, go by the interstate, and you just need to leave town and get as far away from here as you can. So he's driving. He passes the girl in the window, his girlfriend, and he just keeps driving. And Dexter told him before he escaped jail, she went to check it out at the man's house of all the bodies. So she has all the state troopers, FBI, everybody coming, and she finds the people she was missing all these years she's been looking for. She finds that the guy did it. So she realizes that Dexter's kind of vigilante, but he's guilty too. He only killed people that deserved it most time, but he had a flashback right before his son killed him, and you could see all the innocent people that Dexter killed to protect his identity. So Dexter wasn't innocent. He probably killed maybe 10 people that shouldn't have deserved to die, especially police officers, that were trying to catch him. So, I'm glad they made kind of an ending. It kind of gave you closure, but I hate that it had to mess his son up, and his son's the one that had to kill him, and now his son's going to be messed up with emotional baggage. What do you tell everybody? It is crazy. But, this is my review. Dexter, the new series that come on. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll catch you later. Sitting out here waiting for my son to get off work. And in a Walmart parking lot. And today's January the 15th, I believe. It's Saturday. It's supposed to be a bad storm coming with ice. And it's 39 degrees right now with the kind of sleet rain, but it's not sleet, but it's, it'd be ice on the road or black ice, which, we're not really good at driving in South Carolina on this stuff. So he gets off in about 10 minutes. I'll take him home. I get home, and hopefully it'll be safe conditions. But stay safe. Don't drive in this mess if you don't have to. And thank you for watching my review. Have a good one.